Ladies and gentlemen, another year has come and gone. Another chapter written in the story of our lives, and here we stand, not just at the edge of a new year, but at the edge of a new opportunity. A new chance to rewrite the narrative. To decide that this time you will not let another year slip by without living it fully, boldly, and unapologetically. Think about it. How many times have you promised yourself, next year I'll do it? How many times have you told yourself that you'll take the leap, start the business, mend the relationship, or finally choose yourself? And yet here you are holding those same dreams, those same hopes, as if life is waiting for you to make up your mind. Let me tell you something, life waits for no one. Time is precious. You can't buy it back, you can't borrow it, and you certainly can't store it up for later. Every moment that passes is a moment you will never see again. So what are you doing with the moments you have left? Are you living for everyone else, or are you living for you? Are you stuck in the same patterns, or are you daring to break free? Let me remind you of something powerful. You were not born to play small. You were not placed on this earth to live in the shadow of what could have been. You were designed to shine, to create, to love, and to leave an impact. But you can't do any of that if you keep letting fear, doubt, and hesitation hold you back. What is it that you've been putting off? What is it that sets your soul on fire but feels just a little too risky, a little too bold? Whatever it is, I need you to hear this. It's not too late. It is never too late to start over, to pivot, to take a step in the direction of your dreams. But you have to decide right here, right now, that you're done wasting time. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment doesn't exist. Stop waiting for permission. The only permission you need is your own. And stop waiting for everything to fall into place. Sometimes the pieces only start to come together once you take the first step. The truth is, you don't need to know the whole plan. You don't need to have every answer. All you need is the courage to begin. Because when you begin, something magical happens. The universe begins to align. Doors you never noticed before will open. People who share your vision will appear. Opportunities you couldn't have imagined will find you. But none of that can happen if you're standing still. You have to move, you have to act, you have to believe that you are worthy of the life you've been dreaming of. And let me tell you something, you are worthy. You are worthy of joy, you are worthy of success, you are worthy of love. So let this be the year you stop settling for less than you deserve. Let this be the year you stop making excuses. Let this be the year you take control of your destiny. Time is your most precious resource. Every moment wasted is a moment you'll never get back. When you think about the concept of time, it's easy to feel like there's an endless supply. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years, and before you know it, whole chunks of your life seem to have passed by in the blink of an eye. You might even find yourself looking back and wondering, where did the time go? The truth is, time is constantly moving forward, and there is no way to rewind it or pause it. Every moment that passes is gone forever, and that's why the way you spend your time is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. When we waste time, we're not just wasting minutes or hours, we're wasting opportunities to grow, to connect, to create, and to experience life fully. Time is a gift, and like any gift, it's meant to be treasured and used wisely. Imagine someone handing you a beautiful gift, and instead of opening it and appreciating it, you toss it aside carelessly. That's what wasting time looks like. It's letting precious moments slip through your fingers because you assume there will always be more. The challenge is that wasting time often doesn't feel like wasting time in the moment. Scrolling through your phone for hours, putting off that project you've been meaning to start, or staying in situations that don't serve you can feel harmless. But when you add up all those seemingly small choices, you realize how much time has been lost to things that don't truly matter. It's not about beating yourself up for the time you've already spent. It's about recognizing that every moment moving forward is a chance to choose differently. Time is the one resource we all have in equal measure. No matter who you are, where you're from, or what your circumstances are, you're given the same 24 hours in a day. What makes the difference is how you choose to spend those hours. Some people seem to accomplish so much while others feel like they're constantly running out of time. The key is not about having more time, it's about making better use of the time you already have. It starts with awareness. Being aware of how you're spending your time is the first step toward using it wisely. Ask yourself, is this activity adding value to my life? Is it helping me get closer to my goals, or is it just a way to pass the time? When you begin to evaluate your choices, you'll notice that there are areas where you can make changes. It might mean spending less time on distractions or letting go of habits that no longer serve you. One of the biggest reasons people waste time is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of stepping outside their comfort zones. It's easier to stay where you are, even if it's not where you want to be, than to take a risk and potentially face disappointment. But every moment spent in fear is a moment that could have been used to grow and move closer to the life you truly want. Fear doesn't stop time, it only stops you. Procrastination is another common thief of time. How many times have you told yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll start when I feel ready? The problem is that tomorrow turns into the next day, and the next day turns into next week. And before you know it, months or even years have passed. The perfect time rarely, if ever, comes. The truth is, the best time to start is now, even if you don't feel completely ready. Action creates momentum, and momentum leads to progress. It's also important to recognize that wasting time isn't always about doing nothing. Sometimes it's about doing the wrong things. You might be busy, but are you busy with what matters? Are you pouring your time and energy into things that align with your values and goals, or are you caught up in activities that feel urgent but aren't truly important? Learning to prioritize is a skill that can transform the way you use your time. Another aspect of valuing your time is recognizing the importance of saying no. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. If you're constantly saying yes to things that don't align with your priorities, you're giving away your time to others instead of reserving it for what truly matters to you. Saying no isn't about being selfish, it's about being intentional. It's about protecting your time and using it in ways that bring you closer to the life you want to live. Think about the moments in your life that have truly mattered. They're often not the ones spent mindlessly scrolling through social media or worrying about things you can't control. They're the moments spent with loved ones, pursuing your passions, or overcoming challenges that helped you grow. Those moments stand out because they're meaningful. When you start to focus on creating more meaningful moments, you'll find that your time feels richer and more fulfilling. Time is also deeply connected to the concept of presence. When you're fully present in the moment, time seems to slow down. You're not worrying about the past or the future, you're fully engaged in what's happening right now. Being present allows you to experience life more deeply and appreciate the beauty in the small, everyday moments. It's a reminder that life isn't just about the big milestones, it's about the journey and the countless little moments that make it up. Ultimately, valuing your time means valuing yourself. It's about recognizing that your life has purpose and that your time is a reflection of that purpose. It's about choosing to spend your moments in ways that honor who you are and who you want to become. When you treat your time as precious, you begin to treat your life as precious too. The dreams you keep postponing are waiting for you to take the first step toward them. Dreams have a way of quietly lingering in the back of your mind. They whisper to you in the moments when the world is still, reminding you of what could be if only you had the courage to pursue them. But so often, those whispers are drowned out by the noise of doubt, fear, and the demands of everyday life. It's easy to convince yourself that the timing isn't right, that you're not ready, or that your dreams are too big to be realistic. Yet those dreams don't go away. They stay with you, waiting patiently for you to make the decision to bring them to life. Each of us carries within us a vision of the life we desire. Maybe it's a career that fulfills you, a creative project that excites you, or a lifestyle that aligns with your deepest values. Whatever your dream may be, it holds the potential to transform your life and bring you closer to the person you're meant to become. But that transformation can only begin when you take action. No matter how much you think about it, plan for it, or hope for it, nothing will change until you take the first step. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time to start. Life will always find a way to present obstacles, distractions, and reasons to wait. There will always be bills to pay, responsibilities to manage, and unexpected challenges to face. If you wait for the stars to align and for everything to feel just right, you may find yourself waiting forever. Starting doesn't require perfect conditions, it only requires a willingness to move forward despite the imperfections. Taking the first step can feel overwhelming. You might wonder if you're capable or if you have what it takes to see it through. You might fear failure or worry about what others will think. These feelings are normal, but they are not a reason to stop. The path to achieving your dreams is rarely a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and moments of uncertainty. But every journey begins with a single step, and each step you take brings you closer to the life you envision. It's important to remember that dreams don't have to be grand or extraordinary to be worth pursuing. Sometimes the most meaningful dreams are the ones that bring you peace, joy, or a sense of purpose. Whether your dream is to start your own business, write a book, travel the world, or simply spend more time with loved ones, it is valid and worthy of your attention. You don't have to justify your dreams to anyone, and you certainly don't need permission to pursue them. One of the biggest barriers to pursuing your dreams is the belief that you're not ready. You might think you need more experience, more resources, or more knowledge before you can begin. But readiness is not a prerequisite for action. In fact, it's often the act of starting that helps you become ready. You learn, grow, and adapt as you go, and the process itself prepares you for what lies ahead. Another common obstacle is the fear of failure. The thought of falling short or making mistakes can be paralyzing, but failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Every successful person has faced setbacks and challenges along the way. What sets them apart is their willingness to keep going despite those challenges. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or potential, it's simply a step in the learning process. Each failure brings you closer to understanding what works and what doesn't, and it gives you the opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. Procrastination is another thief of dreams. It's easy to tell yourself that you'll start tomorrow, next week, or next year. But the more you put off taking action, the harder it becomes to start. Procrastination feeds on itself, creating a cycle of delay and inaction. Breaking that cycle requires a conscious decision to prioritize your dreams over your fears and excuses. It means recognizing that every day you delay is a day you could have spent making progress. Taking the first step doesn't have to be a monumental leap. It can be as simple as researching your options, setting a small goal, or reaching out for support. What matters is that you take action, no matter how small it may seem. Each step builds momentum, and momentum is what propels you forward. The more you do, the more confident and capable you'll feel, and the more achievable your dreams will become. Surrounding yourself with the right people can also make a difference. Seek out individuals who inspire and support you, who believe in your potential and encourage you to pursue your dreams. These people can provide guidance, motivation, and accountability, helping you stay focused and committed. At the same time, be mindful of those who doubt or dismiss your dreams. Their opinions are not a reflection of your capabilities, and their negativity should not deter you from pursuing what matters to you. Your dreams are waiting for you because they are uniquely yours. No one else can bring them to life in the way that you can. They are a reflection of your passions, talents, and desires, and they hold the key to your fulfillment. Pursuing your dreams is not just about achieving a specific goal. It's about becoming the person you're meant to be. It's about living authentically and creating a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. Every step you take toward your dreams is an act of courage and self-belief. It's a declaration that you are worthy of the life you desire and that you are willing to work for it. The journey may not always be easy, but it will be worth it. With each step, you'll discover new strengths, skills, and opportunities that you never knew existed. You'll find joy in the process and pride in the progress you make. Your dreams are waiting for you because they were placed in your heart for a reason. They are a part of your unique purpose and potential, and they are meant to be pursued. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to take that first step. Once you begin, you'll realize that the path is not as daunting as it seemed and that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. Fear and doubt will always be there, but they can't stop you if you choose to act anyway. Fear is a natural part of the human experience. It's hardwired into us, designed to protect us from danger and keep us safe. But the same fear that warns us of real threats can also hold us back from opportunities, growth, and the life we truly desire. Fear whispers in our ear, telling us that we're not ready, not capable, or that we might fail. It makes us question ourselves, our worth, and whether we deserve the things we dream about. Doubt is its closest companion, quietly undermining our confidence and making us second-guess every decision. Together, fear and doubt can feel like an insurmountable wall standing between you and the life you want. But fear and doubt only have the power you give them. They thrive on inaction, feeding off the moments you hesitate and the opportunities you let pass by. Every time you choose to stand still, fear and doubt grow stronger. They convince you that staying in your comfort zone is the safest option, that avoiding risk is the right choice. But the truth is, the comfort zone is a trap. It may feel safe, but it keeps you stuck. Growth, change, and success all require stepping outside of that zone, facing your fears, and taking action despite your doubts. The reality is that fear never completely goes away. No matter how much you accomplish, how experienced you become, or how many risks you've taken, fear will always find a way to creep in. It's part of being human. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't the absence of fear, it's the ability to move forward in spite of it. Courage isn't about not feeling fear, it's about feeling fear and choosing to act anyway. Doubt works in much the same way. It's that voice in your head that questions whether you're good enough, smart enough, or talented enough. It tells you that you're not ready or that someone else could do it better. But doubt is a liar. It's a voice that reflects your insecurities, not your reality. The truth is that you are far more capable than you realize, and the only way to silence doubt is to prove it wrong. And the only way to prove it wrong is to take action. Taking action doesn't mean you have to take huge, life-altering steps all at once. Sometimes it's about starting small, finding one thing you can do today that moves you closer to your goals. Each small step builds momentum, and momentum builds confidence. The more you act, the more you realize that fear and doubt aren't as powerful as they seem. They're like shadows looming large and intimidating, but powerless in the face of light. When you choose to act, you take back your power. You remind yourself that you are in control of your life, not your fear or your doubt. You begin to see fear and doubt for what they really are, indicators that you're stepping into something new, something that matters. Instead of running from them, you can use them as a guide. If you feel afraid or doubtful, it often means you're on the edge of growth, about to do something that challenges you and pushes you to a new level. Action is the antidote to fear and doubt. It's the thing that breaks their hold over you and allows you to move forward. But taking action doesn't mean the fear and doubt disappear immediately. They might still be there, whispering in the background. What changes is your relationship with them. Instead of letting them paralyze you, you learn to acknowledge them and keep moving anyway. You begin to see them as temporary obstacles, not permanent barriers. The more you act, the more resilient you become. You start to trust yourself, your instincts, and your ability to handle whatever comes your way. You realize that fear and doubt are just feelings. They don't define you, and they don't dictate your future. They are part of the process, but they don't have to control the outcome. One of the most powerful ways to overcome fear and doubt is to focus on your why. Why are you pursuing this goal or dream? Why does it matter to you? When your why is strong enough, it gives you the strength to push through the fear and doubt. It reminds you that the discomfort of facing your fears is temporary, but the regret of not trying can last a lifetime. It's also important to remember that fear and doubt often come from the stories we tell ourselves. We create narratives about who we are, what we're capable of, and what might happen if we try and fail. These stories are shaped by our past experiences, our environment, and the people around us. But just because you've told yourself a story doesn't mean it's true. You have the power to rewrite those narratives, to choose a story that empowers you instead of holding you back. Fear and doubt are often exaggerated by the unknown. When you don't know what's on the other side of a decision or action, your mind fills in the gaps with worst-case scenarios. But the unknown isn't inherently bad, it's just unfamiliar. And the only way to make it familiar is to step into it. The more you face the unknown, the more you realize that it's not as scary as you imagined. In fact, it's often where the most incredible opportunities and experiences lie. Another way to combat fear and doubt is to look back on your past successes. Think about times when you were afraid or unsure, but you pushed through and achieved something meaningful. Let those moments serve as evidence of your strength and capability. If you've done it before, you can do it again. Use your past victories as fuel to keep moving forward. Surrounding yourself with the right people can also make a huge difference. Fear and doubt thrive in isolation, but they lose their power when you share your struggles with supportive, encouraging individuals. Find people who believe in you, who remind you of your potential, and who inspire you to keep going. Let their faith in you be a source of strength when your own faith wavers. Fear and doubt are part of the journey, but they don't have to define it. Every time you act in spite of them, you become stronger, braver, and more confident. You prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined, and you open the door to possibilities you never thought were within your reach. You may not be able to eliminate fear and doubt completely, but you can choose not to let them stop you. Your purpose is not something you find, it's something you uncover by showing up and doing the work every day. So many people spend their lives searching for their purpose as though it's a hidden treasure buried somewhere out in the world. They wait for a sign, a revelation, or a moment of clarity that will suddenly make everything fall into place. But the truth is, purpose is not something that comes to you in a single magical moment. It's something you discover over time through action, commitment, and the willingness to step into the unknown. Your purpose isn't always loud and obvious. It doesn't always announce itself with grandeur or fireworks. Often it starts as a quiet whisper, a small nudge in a particular direction. It's the things that light you up, the work that makes you lose track of time, the moments when you feel deeply connected to something bigger than yourself. But you can't hear that whisper if you're not paying attention, and you can't feel that connection if you're not willing to engage fully with life. Showing up every day is where the magic happens. It's in the daily effort, the consistent choices, and the willingness to embrace both the challenges and the joys of the journey. Purpose isn't found in perfection or in waiting for the perfect conditions. It's uncovered in the process of doing. It's in trying, failing, learning, and trying again. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to understanding who you are and what you're meant to contribute to the world. The idea of uncovering your purpose can feel daunting because it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking it has to be one grand thing. But purpose doesn't have to be singular or fixed. It's not limited to a job title, a role, or a specific achievement. Purpose is fluid. It evolves as you grow, change, and learn more about yourself and the world around you. What matters is that you're actively engaged in the process of discovery, that you're open to exploring what resonates with you, and that you're willing to let go of the fear of getting it wrong. Fear of getting it wrong is one of the biggest barriers to uncovering your purpose. You might worry that if you make the wrong choice, you'll end up on the wrong path, wasting time and missing out on what you're truly meant to do. But there's no such thing as a wrong path when it comes to purpose. Every experience, every challenge, every detour teaches you something valuable. It shapes you, prepares you, and equips you with the tools you need to move forward. Even when things don't go as planned, they're still part of the process. Purpose doesn't require a perfect plan. You don't have to have it all figured out before you begin. In fact, the more you try to plan every detail, the more likely you are to get stuck in analysis paralysis, afraid to take any action at all. Instead of waiting for certainty, start with curiosity. Follow the things that spark your interest, the activities that make you feel alive, the moments when you feel most connected to your true self. Purpose often reveals itself in the doing, not in the planning. One of the most powerful ways to uncover your purpose is to focus on service. Purpose is deeply tied to the ways in which you can make a positive impact on the world, no matter how big or small. It's about recognizing that your unique gifts, talents, and experiences have the power to create change and contribute to something greater than yourself. When you shift your perspective from what can I get to what can I give, you open the door to a deeper sense of fulfillment and clarity. But serving others doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your own needs or dreams. True purpose aligns with who you are at your core. It allows you to give from a place of abundance rather than obligation. When you're living in alignment with your purpose, giving becomes a source of joy and energy, not a drain. It's about finding the intersection between what you love, what you're good at, and what the world needs. Uncovering your purpose also requires patience. It's not something that happens overnight, and it's not a destination you arrive at once and for all. It's a journey, and like any journey, it has its ups and downs. There will be times when you feel clear and confident, and times when you feel lost or uncertain. That's okay. The important thing is to keep showing up, to keep doing the work, and to trust that every step is bringing you closer to where you're meant to be. Comparison can be another obstacle on the path to uncovering your purpose. It's easy to look at others and feel like they've got it all figured out while you're still trying to find your way. But comparison is a distraction. Your purpose is uniquely yours, and it can't be measured against anyone else's journey. What matters is that you're staying true to yourself, following your own path, and honoring your own truth. Sometimes uncovering your purpose means letting go of old expectations or beliefs about what your life is supposed to look like. It means releasing the need for external validation and trusting your inner compass. It means being willing to take risks, to step into the unknown, and to embrace the possibility of failure. It means giving yourself permission to grow, to change, and to redefine what success means to you. One of the most rewarding aspects of uncovering your purpose is the sense of alignment it brings. When you're living in alignment with your purpose, you feel a sense of flow, ease, and authenticity. You wake up each day with a sense of meaning and direction, knowing that you're contributing to something that matters. This doesn't mean that every day will be perfect or that you won't face challenges, but it does mean that you'll have a deeper sense of resilience and fulfillment. Purpose also has a way of inspiring others. When you're living in alignment with your purpose, you become a source of light and encouragement for those around you. Your passion, commitment, and authenticity have the power to uplift and motivate others to pursue their own dreams and discover their own purpose. By showing up and doing the work every day, you not only transform your own life, but you also create a ripple effect that impacts the lives of others. The journey to uncovering your purpose is deeply personal, and it looks different for everyone. There's no right or wrong way to go about it, no one-size-fits-all formula. What matters is that you're willing to engage fully with the process, to embrace the uncertainties and challenges, and to celebrate the moments of clarity and connection. Your purpose is already within you. It's woven into the fabric of who you are, waiting to be uncovered through the choices you make and the actions you take every day.